I take it the problem of the population explosion.
We just passed the 200 million mark ourselves, as you remember, last week, and I am told that within 38 years we will have another 100 million here. And the figure for the world is roughly doubling by the end of this century, a figure approaching 7 billion in the world as a whole. Family planning, population control as a negative force. My own belief, and it's a very strong belief, is that it's just the opposite, that population stabilization means the enrichment of life for people. It means the quality of life for them can be greatly raised and improved. Or to put it in human terms, to me the problem comes back to human dignity, to the attainment of each individual of self-fulfillment, and that those will only be fully possible if family planning is carried out on a worldwide basis.
Thank you very much, Mr. Rockefeller.
The negative impact of population growth on all of our planetary ecosystems is becoming appallingly evident.
Rockefeller were Rothschilds, Rothschilds were Orsini, Orsini were a family which have their bloodlines in Babylon and Egypt. They tell you that. You read their biographies, they'll tell you that. We go back to Nimrod, they tell you that. The Rothschilds say that, we go back to Nimrod. How? Through the Orsinis. So Rockefeller, Rothschild, Orsini, and then you go back to the Persian and Egyptian dynasties. The Jesuits represent, they are the military arm of the Vatican, which is Catholic, and Catholic means universal, hence they're trying to claim that they are the universal Christendom base. The Pentagon is owned by the Farnese family, though.
Oh my God, somebody owns the Pentagon. They're all ran by the Jesuits.
Absolutely.
And then all the crime families are all Catholic based. They're ran by the Jesuits. So they're playing both sides of this ball.
Absolutely they do. They're masters at it. They have to. Otherwise they get caught out. They have to run both sides. They're co-opting everything. You see these grass...
All right. Shalom, shalom. Keepers of sheep. Brother Kashai. Back with another lesson. And Lord will, this video is edifying. All right. Before we begin, I'd like to first start off by giving all praise, all honor, all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahasham, Yahweh Shai Bahasham, Rikah Quadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect. All right. And as you can see, today's lesson will be titled that the wicked is reserved to the day of destruction. All right. And of course, today's lesson is inspired by the two clips played at the beginning of the video. Right. And we're going to touch on the elites. All right. Those who rule the earth right now. All right. Those who run the world. All right, behind the scenes. All right, and you have a couple families. All right, but our main focus today is the main two, and it is the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds. All right, but what really inspired this lesson is a picture that I ran across on Instagram, and I have it in the post-production, Lord willing. But it says God, POV God, it's your time. Rockefeller, new phone, who this? Basically, mocking the Most High. It says 101-year-old David Rockefeller just received 7th heart transplant. And I think this is old news, but it just it sparked the thought how the wicked are reserved. All right. And while, the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds, as you can see in the clips, their whole agenda is to control the world. All right. Control population. All right. By any means. All right. By Planned Parenthood. All right. By your drugs, your hospitals, your doctors. Right. I think that's the third cause of human death in the world is doctor error, like, errors in the doctor's office. All right, and I'm not giving any medical advice. This is all for entertainment purposes only, right? But yeah, I think he said at that time, I don't know what exactly the date was, but I remember him saying the population was at 200 million. And he said in 38 years, it would be another 100. It would increase by another 100 million. All right. And, somehow he got the number 7 billion. All right. Out of everyone on earth, I guess. Right. And it's just funny how that these people try to decrease and control the population by depopulation. All right, but at the same time they're trying to prolong their lives. All right, right, like that was what the point was. All right, Salakia. It's just funny, man, that here it is. This man had 7 heart transplants. All right, but their whole agenda is, to he even said it was one of his strong beliefs, and that was John D. Rockefeller. All right, I think David Rockefeller, all right, maybe his great grandson. All right, I'm not sure on the specifics. But yeah, it's just funny, man, how they want to control, and it's not that they want to control, that they're just anti-life, right? It like the scripture says, roughly paraphrasing, if the Lord doesn't shorten the days, then no flesh shall be saved. All right, these devils are like a disease. They're like a illness. All right, they you leave them out, you touch them, they're contagious. All right, you gotta be careful, right? So just a couple precepts, further proving the point, man. And I think just for edification purposes, David Rockefeller, he passed March 20th, 2017. All right. So that's just, like I said, this is old news. I'm just now seeing this, and again, it sparked a couple precepts in my mind. And once again, Lord, with this video is edifying. So, matter of fact, let's get Proverbs. Not even Proverbs. Is it Proverbs? The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Let's see. I think that's Job. Yep. Job 9:24, of course. And it reads, "The earth is given into the hand of the wicked." Right? He covereth the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he? All right. So right now the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. That's why they create plans to control the population, because ultimately they rule the earth. All right. They have a say so in what you eat, what you drink. All right. Yeah. Your medical advice. They have a say in the air you breathe, man. All right. All things. Okay. And that precept really wasn't a part of the little list I put together, but it was through the Spirit. So while we're in Job, we'll get a precept that that the title is backed by. And this is Job 21 and 30. All right, or do I want to start at 20? Let's see. Get straight to the point. Yeah, get straight to the point. Shalakia. Job 21:30, and it reads that the wicked is reserved, all right, to the day of judgment. They shall be brought forth to the day of wrath. All right, so while these devils, are trying to prolong their life, the Most High is going to reserve them anyway. He's going to reserve that wicked seed, all right, anyway, for the day of judgment. So they don't have to worry about trying to prolong their lives. And it's funny that they are dying off, all right. They're going extinct, all right. But the Most High is going to reserve a remnant of them, all right, for captivity and for judgment, all right. And the other ones will come back, through regeneration, reincarnation, all right, and serve out their captivities, all right. Psalms 137 and verse 7, and it reads, "Remember, O Lord, the children of Edom in the day of Jerusalem, who said, raise it, even the foundation thereof." All right, so this is David, telling the Lord to remember our enemies, remember Esau, all right, in the day of Jerusalem, all right, meaning, he's gonna get payback, man. All right, the kingdom is not gonna be a paradise for him, all right, and his descendants. The kingdom of heaven is gonna be their captivity, all right. Psalms 49 and 11, and it reads, "Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call their lands after their own names." Right? See, these devils, they put it in their hearts and their mind that they're going to keep this wealth forever. They're going to keep this kingdom forever. They're going to rule forever. All right, says their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. All right, but that's not, Babylon was, America, all right, was, had to fulfill the prophecy of Babylon. It had to fulfill the prophecy of Egypt. And that's it. No, nothing more, nothing less. It says, "And their dwelling places to all generations." All right, meaning that they plan to pass it down to, as you can see, that they think the first thing was like 3 generations, maybe 4 or 5 generations of the Rockefellers. All right, and how they go back to the Rothschilds, right, and the Orsinis, right. This is a long line. This is a long lineage of wickedness, man. Right. But the Lord is he's gonna touch every generation. All right. Every lineage, everyone. Right. Proverbs 16 and verse 4. And it reads, "The Lord hath made all things for himself, yea, even the wicked for the day of evil." All right. So ultimately these devils are made for the day of evil. All right, while they serve their purpose here, all right, in his wicked kingdom, all right, over us, but their whole purpose, all right, is that the Lord, made them for the day of evil, for the day of judgment, all right, to be destroyed ultimately. Job 14 and 5, and it reads, "Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed the bounds that he cannot pass." And these devils have a God complex. This is the mind and spirit that these devils are in. They want to number the days of the rest of the world, but their days are already numbered. The Most High numbered their days. They didn't take that into account, man. Job 14 and 5 says, "Seeing his days are determined." All right, meaning the Lord gives him instruction, all right, and allows him to do things, all right. These are not his thoughts, right? These are not his own plans. It says, "The number of his months are with thee. that has appointed his bounds that he cannot pass, meaning the Lord will let him go but so far. All right, and it says that also in the book of Job, they will ruin their enterprise. All right, meaning they won't get this NWO off the ground, man. Second Ezra 9:13, it reads, and therefore be thou not curious how the ungodly shall be punished, and when, but inquire how the righteous shall be saved, whose the world is, and whom the world was created. Right, so ultimately, this devil, he's going to be punished no matter what. All right, that's on the table. All right, we now our concern should be, when is the kingdom coming? All right, and how, when, what's what steps we have to take to get to the kingdom, right? Because again, it was created for us. The world was created for us. This paradise was created for us, right? It says, 1 Peter 4:18, and if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Showing you that the devil only has one way out, all right, and that's destruction. That's captivity, all right? Jeremiah 12 and 1, and it reads, righteous art thou, O Lord, when I plead with thee, yet let me talk with thee, O thy judgments, wherefore doeth the way of the wicked prosper? Wherefore are all they happy that deal very treacherously? All right, so it seems like these devils are their plans are working, which it is, all right, to a certain extent, but not really, all right, because if again, like Scripture says, if the Lord didn't come back when he did, no flesh shall be saved. So their plan is working, but it won't be fulfilled. Okay. But with that, it's supposed to meant to be a long lesson. I pray again, Lord will, this video was edifying. Until next time, I'd like to close out by giving all praise, all honor, and all glory to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Shalom, and Shalom to the hopeful elect.